My name's Zara Sullivan. I study at VCA doing a Bachelor of Fine Arts, in brackets, photography. So I do photography. It's been a passion for like a long time. I have pictures of my baby sister. She's 12 now, but back then she was like 3, and I have pictures of her from when I had like just a little point and shoot camera. I did a different course for the past 2 years and I'm still doing photography then. So it's always been one of those things that I've had back in my mind. But then I took a chance and now I'm here doing it all the time, which is great. Deep down, I know I've always wanted to do photography the whole time, but I've told myself it's not a viable career choice. But right now, I'm really glad I've changed. I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. I'm going to be an artist. And I'm really glad I finally made that choice. But yeah, past 2 years, I had it in my head I was going to be a maths teacher because I was studying mathematics as well. But now I'm here, and I'm going to do it. So in my course, we do a bunch of different works at the same time. So we have one subject named Related Studies where we do this really fun activity where we make a fake. So every week we're giving a different artist and we have to make a piece of art that they could have made in theory. So recently we did a group project and we did Thomas Demand, which was really fun. We had to make it out of paper in a group. That was our first group and hopefully last, because groups are hard to work in, as everyone knows, I think. And then studio-wise, I tend to focus on like the very broad topic of feminism, and that's pretty much my art is always inspired by feminism, and it has different aspects of feminism in it. I've really started leaning towards looking at gender as a smaller topic within my art, but I know it always, you need to have I have a broadened idea of what to do. Art is so important to me. It's practically my life. You know, I'm here Monday to Friday, pretty much 9 to 5, always thinking about art, making art. Pretty much all I like do and think about. I don't really have much time for anything else. And I think art for society is really important. I think art for society is really important because it's a creative way of expressing things that can't necessarily be said in words. You know, we've got famous artists like Ai Weiwei who had the exhibition just finished, and you know, he's an artist who is political through his art and he reaches a wider audience than someone who could just writing an article in the newspaper. To promote myself, I don't know what I really do necessarily. I've recently created a Facebook page, which is fun. You can look me up on Facebook, everyone. What else? I've applied to exhibit in different little exhibitions around the place. So I was in an erotic art competition last year called Feck Art, which was really fun. And I'm also social media manager for Connection Gallery in Dandenong. So I think connecting and networking is how I try to put my art out there, really. Social media is so important. I think social media is one of the most important ways to interact with people because you can interact with people from anywhere and everywhere, pretty much. So my family and friends are really supportive. I'm really lucky that they support my art choices. But I think it takes everyone time to warm up to the idea of someone becoming an artist. My parents still think I want to be a teacher. We'll keep them thinking that for now, because no one sees art as a career choice. As I've said, you know, everyone's like, oh, an artist, good luck with that, like you've got no choice. But I think, you know, there are other lucky ones out there and maybe it's my turn. You've got to give everything a go, and you know, if I'm not successful, we'll see after that. Do I have any art expectations for my career is a really loaded question, I think. I would love to say in 5 years' time, I'm still at VCA completing my master's and volunteering at as many galleries as I can and getting my art out there, featuring in smaller exhibitions. And then 10 years' time, I'd love to say, you know, I'm a known artist within Australia, trying to get my name out internationally by then. But dreams are big, but everyone's allowed to dream. So I'm going to hope that's what happens, but it doesn't mean it will. If I was going to advise someone who's like a teenager wanting to pursue art, I say go for it, but I also say take a gap year. I think my biggest regret is doing my other course for 2 years and not really learning my own art style. And it took me 2 years to find it, and I'm lucky that I didn't come straight to VCA in a way, because I think it gives you a chance to mature as well. I mean, if you want to go for it, go for it, go for the interview, give it a go, but have a gap year and just make art that entire time, and really take into consideration that you want it to be your career. So know that you're signed up for the next 5 years, all you're going to be doing is making art, and just be ready to do that. I think you do need a job because you're always spending money on different materials, and you always need, another roll of film developed. You can't do that without a job. We're lucky in Australia that we can have Centrelink, and that can get you so far. But I think having a job is really important. But at the same time, as I said, take a gap year and also work in that gap year maybe, because it's time-wise, it's not really possible to have more than 6 hours of work a week. And that's one of the biggest struggles of art school. You really learn how to be a broke artist, I think.